Hey guys, it's Sebastian. So in this video, I'm going to go through all of my Instagram questions that you guys submitted to me today. If you guys don't follow my Instagram, I'll have a link in the description for that. I do live store reviews, I do all sorts of stuff, and I get those polls and submissions from my Instagram page. And then also, sorry for the scenery. Again, I know it's not the same as it usually is. I'm in a hotel room at the beach right now. I leave tomorrow, so I'll be back to my normal setup. But again, I'm working with what I got. Before we get into this, be sure to smash the like button and click subscribe below. But now that that is out of the way, let's get into these questions. So I'm going to go through these and pick one to get started with, and then we will just get rolling. Someone asked, what's the way to do it right in Q4? Essentially, they're asking, how do you properly run your brand in Q4? What I do is I make sure all of my ad sets and interests are already tested and proven so that moving into Q4, I have the proper data needed to actually scale certain ad sets and campaigns. The issue is people try to launch a store a week before Black Friday and think that they're going to have data by then. No, everyone who's going to make six figures on Q4, they've already tested all of their ads and they know what they're doing. If you are trying to move into Q4 and make money and you haven't tested ads yet, I suggest you get on it right now, because when Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that stuff rolls around, you need the data so that you can properly scale all of your ads profitably. It's nothing too complex though. A lot of people think there's some crazy scaling method. I'm simply just going to increase the shit out of my budgets, and it should work pretty well because I know what campaigns are bringing me over a 10 ROAS. Someone asked, what's my long-term plan? Make a lot of money so that I can not stress about my own life and then also take care of my family. That's pretty important to myself. One of the big things people do is they work a job their whole life that they hate, and then they retire when they're 60 and they don't do anything cool until they're older. And I don't really believe in that. I believe in enjoying your life as it comes because tomorrow isn't promised, while also being smart, like making sure you're financially secure and just taking care of business. So for myself, scale companies to multi 8 figures and pretty much have my finances taken care of so that isn't a worry in my life. I grew up in a family where we didn't really have a crazy amount of money ever. Like, we had some points at our life where we had family members bringing us food to eat, and it was just not a good experience. And I learned from it that money can equal unhappiness. It can't really buy you happiness, but it can solve a lot of the problems most people have, like buying food, buying a new car, renting your house, having all the basic necessities paid for. That is all essential, and money can definitely hurt your quality of life if you don't have enough of it. So I've learned that, and that's why I try to make as much money as I possibly can. Someone asked, any tips on time management running a business while in high school? So for myself, when I was in high school, I wasn't really too focused on my businesses. Yes, you guys may have seen my videos when I was in high school, but the thing is, I wasn't super honed in on them. Like, I was running them and they did well, but that wasn't my main priority. My main priority, for the most part, was just enjoying it, because I understood that once high school ended, I wasn't going to college. I'm the only kid from my high school in my class who didn't go to college, and I understood that I need to take care of business once high school's over. So I kind of treated it as a vacation, but nonetheless, I still did run businesses, and I was making like $1,000 to $3,000 a month, probably, maybe a little more sometimes. But how do you manage that, and how do you manage your time? If you're trying to make six figures a month, you're probably not going to have much time if you're in high school, because that's in itself like 6 or 8 hours a day, and then you have to get home, do homework, and then you have to work. You're not going to have much of a life. So I don't really know. I strongly recommend as many people as possible to just enjoy their youth, because it comes and goes pretty freaking quick. So that is my honest advice. Like, enjoy your youth if you can, but if you need to make a lot of money right now, then grind. Just understand that you might not even have a social life if you do go that route, and I strongly suggest you to enjoy your youth. So that is my advice on running a business in high school and time management. Time management is tough though, because with dropshipping, it's not like you work a few hours a day and then you're off your job. It's like you're running the store 24/7. So that's a difficult topic. The next question is how to automate a Shopify store. Hire people who you trust to fulfill orders, to handle customer support, do all that stuff, and then you will automate your store. For myself, I'm actually hiring someone. I'm going to be paying him probably a few $1,000s a month just to manage emails and manage. There's a sale for $540. That was a nice notification. I had my ringer off though, so that's unfortunate. But like I was saying, I'm paying someone a few $1,000s a month to manage my emails, my live chats, pretty much everything, just because I understand the value of letting go of some of the things and outsourcing it so that I can have more free time. Not so that I can go watch movies and hang out all day, but just so I can invest more time into growing my business rather than just dealing with customer support, because that stuff, it's important, but you can definitely outsource it and have someone else do it. I like to think of tasks that you can outsource. I call them anybody tasks. Reason being, they're tasks that anybody can do. It doesn't have to be the business owner that operates and does customer support. It can be a rep. It can be someone that you hire. It doesn't really, there's another sale. It doesn't really matter. So I personally like to outsource as much as I possibly can while also maintaining that overall brand trust and making sure that all of my customers are taken care of. So that's important for me. So to sum it up, either hire a VA or someone you know in person to manage the emails, manage the order fulfillment, the live chat if you have live chats, and all that stuff, and then you will be taken care of. Then you can focus on scaling the business and growing it. Someone asked what the first thing I should buy when I make my 100K per month. He's asking, once he starts making 100K per month, the first month, what should he buy? Facebook ads, reinvest your money. If I'm being honest, like when I first started making money, I made the mistake of spending a lot of my money, and I was buying designer stuff. I was traveling a lot. Like I was enjoying myself, but I was enjoying myself way more than I should have. I'm a big fan of treating yourself when you work hard, but I wouldn't say you should blow all of your money. So maybe treat yourself to something less than $1,000 if you make 100K in a month. Like for myself, I'm saying once I hit 1 mil for this one store that I'm running, which I'm already at like 350K, so it'll probably be within the next month or two. I'm going to buy myself $500 Gucci slides, which that's a stupid purchase, but I like Gucci slides, and there are these new ones that came out. So I'm like, once I hit a mil, I'll buy those. So I don't really like spending money, and no matter how much money I make, I'm just not a fan of blowing it at all. Like even when I bought my car a week or two ago, I was at the dealership and I just felt so weird because I'm not a fan of spending a whole lot of money, even though like it wasn't a crazy price. It's not like I was buying a Lambo or something, but still, it just wasn't a crazy good feeling. In my opinion, it's a better feeling making the money rather than just spending it. Okay, I get a lot of these questions. This one in specifics is how to get Stripe for non-US citizen. I am a US citizen, so I really don't understand like why I would have that information. It's not something I need to know, and I'm not being hard. Like hopefully I'm not coming off as too harsh, but like this isn't something I've ever needed to research, so I don't need to have that knowledge. And I'm sorry if I am offending you guys, but like you have to do that research on your own because it's not something I had to ever learn. And I know I'm very grateful for living in the US and being a US citizen and having PayPal and Stripe as an option. So for your case, that isn't an option, which means you have to make adjustments and just take care of business and make something work. Like whether you get a company formed like an LLC and get a new payment processor, whatever the case may be, figure it out. It's just a small hurdle that you can overcome. Someone asked, when shipping in-house, what shipping service do you use, if any, such as ShipStation, Pirate? I don't know what either of those are. I personally just go off of Shopify. I just literally click print label, and that's how I do it. I don't overcomplicate it. I have used Shippo in the past, but Shippo can be a little complicated. Like sometimes they bug out, the website does. So I personally just buy labels through Shopify. They're really affordable and it's all integrated so the customer gets their tracking right once I buy the label. So that's just how I do it. Do I use G Suites for supporting emails? Always. It looks professional. I think that's a no-brainer in my books, but if you guys are not doing G Suites, it's like $12 a month, so it's not like it's $1 million a year. It's literally $12, and it adds a lot of credibility onto your site because if you have a Gmail, you look like you're a child running the store. Someone asked, how do I fix my disabled Facebook ad account? Here's the thing, okay? You're going to get an ad account disabled if you're doing something against their terms of service, and that's just the plain truth. I've had my ad accounts disabled on accident, and I just simply submit an appeal and they fix it. But if you are doing stuff that is not complying with their policies, then you will get your ad account disabled. That's just personally what's happened with me. I've had ad accounts that are disabled, and then I appeal them, and I'm good to go. So if you are getting legitimate ad accounts disabled, probably analyze what you're doing because you might be doing something suspicious. Someone asked, how do you get people to not freak out about your shipping times? Okay, out of all the stores I'm running, none of them have over 7-day shipping. So I don't really have that issue. And even with 7-day shipping, some people want like 2-day shipping, and it's still a headache for me. So, I mean, what I do is I just make it very obvious that my shipping times are whatever I have them at. So if they're 5 days, I do 5 days, and I explain to them that it is 5 days, or if it's 7, I say 7. But always understand, if you're drop shipping from AliExpress and you have 20-day shipping, competitors can easily beat you if you have that slow shipping time. So try to scale your product as fast as you can and then pivot to a shipping agent, or order the product in bulk and house it in the US and end up outperforming your competitors because, again, you'll have faster shipping times for your customers. Someone asked, how is it to be making so much money at a young age, like mentality, freedom, etc.? Okay, so mentality, it's pretty weird if I'm being honest. For myself, I went from like last year, I was probably making at max like 10K per month profits. And now I'm making, like 5 to 10 grand per day profits, which is pretty mind-boggling if you think about it. Like, I did my whole monthly maximum income and I'm now doing that daily, which is actually insane to, like, when you really think about it. I would say after 100K per month profit, it just all feels the same. Like, I haven't actually made like $1 million in a month yet, but after 6 figures per month, it all kind of feels the same, and it just feels weird because I personally don't spend a lot of money. My expenses just for personal are probably maybe a few $1,000s a month, like $3,000 max. So I don't spend a lot of money at all. And then my business expenses are all of the main expenses. So no matter if I make $250,000, $500,000 in a month, I'm probably only going to spend a few $1,000s a month. So again, it's a pretty weird feeling. And then freedom. Yes, I have total freedom of my life. I don't have to go to school and get like a degree or anything like that. I don't work a job, so I don't have a boss and I don't have to answer to anyone, which is amazing. Some people asked me why I quit web development if I was making like so much money, because I think my first month I did over 10K profits. Building out sites for clients was cool, but the issue was I was still reporting to sort of a boss. Like, my clients were kind of like my bosses, which I hated, because they still got to boss me around and they still got to demand me to do stuff. And now I'm at the point where I don't have to listen to literally anyone, which is really nice if I'm being completely honest. And then another benefit is just like, if any of my family members ever need help financially, I'm here and I have sufficient funds to take care of anyone I need to. So that's also a pretty big benefit. And if I want to treat anyone, I can. Like, if it's my brother's birthday or my parents, I can take care of them and I can ball out on them and get them whatever they want, which is a really nice feeling. Overall though, great feeling to be making a lot of money. It honestly gets kind of weird though. Like, after you make 50 to 100K a month, you're just like, holy shit. And then it just becomes a number in your bank account where, like, the more it grows, it's cool, but it doesn't really change after, like, I don't really know. After you make like 50 or 100K, because if you're making that much, you shouldn't be spending that much. So it's just like kind of there. It's kind of like a cushion. Like, I don't really stress about paying for anything. So that's the good thing, I guess. Someone asked me how long it took me to hit 1K days consistently. So for myself, it took me like 2 years to where I actually started learning Facebook ads and doing consistently like $1,000 to $3,000 a day revenue. So I would say 2 years. It shouldn't take you guys 2 years. It should take you maybe 6 months at max, maybe a year if you guys are slow learners and don't take as much action. For myself, I kind of half-assed dropshipping for the first 2 years, and then it wasn't until last year where I got really laser focused on it and just said, all right, I'm going to make this work and this will be my business. And now we're here where I'm doing pretty well for myself. Someone asked siblings and ages. Yes, I have a younger brother. He's 18, older brother who's I think 25 or 26. So 2 siblings, and that is that. This is going to be the last question. Someone asked, can I do a review of my old store and ad account? I can't do that, but I do have a proposal for you guys. So I just realized I can log into my first successful dropshipping store. I actually have it logged on my computer. I have to just pay like $100 to get it reactivated. Would you guys want to see me make a video where I go through the website? Comment below and let me know if you guys do want to see that video, because that'd be pretty fun. I personally haven't seen the website in 3 years, so I have no idea what it looks like. I'm going to guarantee you guys it looks like shit, but I was making like almost $1,000 a day with this store. So nonetheless, it would be really cool to show you guys that. So again, let me know in the comment section below. But that's going to wrap it up for today's Q&A. Again, I apologize for the scenery, and these topics may not be as interesting as the videos I normally make. Stay patient. I'm going to be back home tomorrow, so I'll have more in-depth videos on the way. But again, I hope you guys did get value from this video. If you did, smash the like button and click subscribe below, because I post daily dropshipping content. But other than that, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.